Anglicanism is and always has been a very ecumenical and eclectic tradition. We can see this in so many different ways. For one, so much of our roots coming out of the Celtic tradition are very Eastern. Our liturgy looks very much so like the Syriac liturgy. There's some historical questions there about did we get our liturgy from the Syriac church? You notice we commune infants. There's just kind of this mystical ethos to the Celtic tradition, that kind of the whole earth has like a sacramental quality to it, even though again we hold the traditional sacraments of the church, the seven. But yeah, so there's this very Eastern element to our tradition. Obviously, there's a Western element to it. It's very Thomist, has a Western view of divine simplicity. It has a Western view of the sacraments. It has a Western view of philosophy, of encounter with the natural world, with atonement, with being concepts of justification. We're set right, so we can be right setters for God's world. All that's present in our tradition as well. It has beauty coming from, again, so much of what I just said is from the Latin tradition. Our sacramental life, our aesthetic, our ecclesiology, all of that is Western. Our encounter with the natural world and philosophy, this in the scholastic tradition. You see elements of the Reformation come out in the fact of how missional we are. There's like an eschatological bent to our missional approach. We look to the future to kind of try to understand the present. And we see that even in our concepts of branch theory, how we encounter other traditions. We see this in our view of the Mass and how time and space works. We see this in, again, our deep pursuit of spreading the scriptures around the world. I'll use a Wesleyan term here, spreading scriptural holiness around the world. And then that leads me up to our notion of justification. Notice that with this belief that we are set right so we can be right setters for God's world, that has a very missional impulse that in some ways has certain ties to the Reformation. It's not solely to that period, but certainly we see that emphasis reflected in our tradition. And then as well, the evangelical movement actually comes out of the Anglican tradition in the 18th century. It was meant to be a very Catholic revival, one again of scriptural holiness, of pursuit of a moral life, and of pursuit of a holy life within the Church of England. So the ecumenical movement, or the religion of the heart, which has ties to the Pietists in Germany and elsewhere, also has a deep imprinted place within our tradition. So within Anglicanism, you can see all of these spheres: Eastern spirituality, Western, Latin spirituality, reformational, missional impulse, and evangelical religion of the heart. And at its very best, now again, all this is at its best, it just has this beautiful ethos within its own life, this eclectic ethos, this beautiful reflection of the Plene Esse. So that's one beautiful thing about our tradition, that